Still a long 2.5 or 3 yards there. And it's intercepted.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. You know, I saw an article by Gil Brandt. Whenever Gil Brandt writes an article, it's usually something worth paying attention to. In the description box, I'll leave a link to this article here, and so you can follow along if you'd like. But the title of it is the 10 most. Let me make sure I get it right. The 10 most exciting new quarterback pass catcher combos for 2021. Now, Gil Brandt, you know, when he has something to say, you know, it's usually, you know, he's pretty much spot on. He knows pretty much more about talent than pretty much anybody alive. And when he does write an article, usually it's, you know, it's positive. You know, it's the 10 best this, or the most surprising, you know, possibly the most surprising player this, or the best drafts, you know, this, or, you know, he doesn't come out and trash talk at people, you know, bring out, you know, talk about negative things, you know, like some people do. Some people, you know, they come out and make ridiculous comments just to try to draw some attention. Other people, you know, yeah, I'm not going to mention names or not, but, you know, I mean, you see some guys on TV, they start, you know, flailing their arms and talking really loud and all kinds of things just to make it sound like they know what they're talking about and all that. Well, that's not Gil Brandt. He's, you know, he's rather, you know, quiet, positive, but, you know, he knows what he's talking about. So he brought up this article, and it really caught my attention, and it was a very, very nice article. And as I said, with Gil Brandt, you know, he's been in the NFL. He's 89 years old. All right. Right now, he's the senior analyst with NFL.com. So he's at 89. He started, okay, in the NFL as a part-time scout in 1955 with the Los Angeles Rams. So he's been around for 76 years. So he knows what he's doing. All right, or I'm sorry, 66 years. So he knows what he's doing. From 55 to 57, okay, he was with the Rams. 58 and 59, he became a full-time scout with the San Francisco 49ers. Then in 1960, when the Cowboys came into existence, he joined the Cowboys. Basically, he's their chief talent scout. And he was there from 1960 to 1988. He was there for 29 years. Basically, he was there when Tom Landry came in 1960 as the head coach, and he left. Well, Jerry Jones bought the team, and he pretty much got rid of everybody and brought his own guys in. So he was there for 29 years, and he was the chief talent scout. He was very, very good. You know, he helped the Cowboys and Tom Landry build, you know, a winner for many, many years. They were so good that from 1966 to 1985, they had 20 consecutive winning seasons in a row. And they did that with, you know, same coach, but they did that with multiple quarterbacks, multiple, you know, they're just constant talent. I mean, you can look at the Patriots, you know, and, you know, they had their run, but Tom Brady was the quarterback, you know. It wasn't like it was Tom Brady for 5 years, and it was so-and-so for 7 years, and it was so-and-so for 5 years, and so-and-so. No, it was Tom Brady pretty much the whole time. With Bill Belichick, of course. But you see Tom Brady left and Patriots had a losing season. So, but it was Gil Brandt's, you know, he had to keep supplying the Cowboys with talent. So man knows his talent. Also, from 1966 to 1983, when he was the chief talent scout for the Cowboys, there was 18 seasons there. They went to the playoffs 17 out of 18 years. You got to do that. You have to have talent. And Gil Brandt kept Tom Landry and the Cowboys supplied with talent. 17 out of 18 years they went to the playoffs. The only years that they didn't go, and then there was 1974. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Redskins were both 10-4. The Cowboys were 8-6, so the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs. Funny enough, the Giants that year won 2 games, 1974. Funny enough, one of them was against the Cowboys in Dallas. Somehow they beat the Cowboys 14-6. Giants won 2 games that year. They were 2-12. They didn't win 1 game at home. They were 0-7 at home. They were 2-5 on the road, 0-7 at home. They beat the Chiefs on the road, and they beat the Cowboys on the road. Anyway, he was inducted into the Hall. He's in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. He was inducted into Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2019. All right. So when he wrote this article, I said, you don't have to maybe agree, but it's worth paying attention to. It's always a good read. He never disappoints, and this article was no different. Now he was bringing up some of the the exciting new combinations going on in the NFL this season. And he was talking about one of them. He was talking about was Tua and Jaylen Waddle, Alabama. Possibly a very good, good combo for many years to come. Now we'll still have to see with Tua. Is he going to be a the quarterback of the future for the Dolphins? We'll have to wait and see. But it's worth, it's something exciting to look forward to this season. He also talked about Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, LSU and LSU. That can be an extremely exciting combination to look forward to. Then you got Matt Ryan and Julio. No, that's he's not going to be. Then you got Matt Ryan, and then you got Kyle Pitts. Now I don't know how long Matt Ryan's going to be there because he's getting up in age, but Matt Ryan's got a new toy to throw to. Kyle Pitts. That's going to be very, very interesting. I'm excited to see what Kyle Pitts can do in the Atlanta Falcons offense. Then you got Jalen Hurts and you got DeVonta Smith. Now, obviously, DeVonta Smith's going to be around for a while. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with Jalen Hurts. I hope he loses every game, because I'm a Giant fan. But it could be something exciting to look forward to. And one of the other it was other combinations he was talking about, but one of the other ones was he was talking about Daniel Jones and Kenny Golladay. Something new, something exciting, new pass catcher combo to look forward to this season. And I gotta agree. Kenny Golladay, had his injuries problem last year, okay, but he also had 2 1,000-yard receiving seasons. He led the league in 2019 with 11 touchdown receptions, and 2019, he was also in the Pro Bowl too. Now, he was talking about with Jones. Now, he mentioned the cast around Jones. What the Giants got is pretty much the what he was saying is like the best it's ever been, or as good as it's ever been. And I guess you got to kind of agree. I mean, there was a period of time there with the Giants from 2005 to 2008 where we had some good weapons there. I mean, 2005 we had Jeremy Shockey, Plexico Burress, Amani Toomer. We had Tiki Barber and Brandon Jacobs. 2005 and 2006. That's a nice, But after that, as far as the wide receivers, there really wasn't a lot. There wasn't like another good tight end or real good, decent tight end, or a bunch of other good wide receivers like we have here. In 2005 and 2006, we had those guys. After 2006, Tiki Barber left. Then in 2007, the backfield we had was Derek Ward. We had Ahmad Bradshaw, who was drafted that year in the 7th round, and we had Brandon Jacobs. We also had Jeremy Shockey, we had Plexico Burress, we had Amani Toomer. But then in 14th game of the season, Jeremy Shockey broke his leg against the Redskins, and he never played another game for the Giants. So after in 2008, we had Ahmad Bradshaw, Derek Ward, we had Brandon Jacobs, but then you had Kevin Boss was the tight end. Then we had Monty Toomer, we had Steve Smith, and we had Plexico Burress until he shot himself in the leg accidentally after like the week 10, I believe it was, and he never played for the Giants ever again. So, so back in that era, we had some nice teams. The only thing we had was we had like a three-headed monster at running back in 2008. The Giants were the best team in football in 2008. We beat the two teams that went to the Super Bowl that year. We went on the road and beat both teams in their home field. We beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cardinals on the road. We were the best team in football. And then Plexico Burress shot himself in the leg, and it was all over after that. But anyway, that year in 2008, we had two running backs. Derek Ward and Brandon Jacobs both ran for over 1,000 yards. So and then we had Ahmad Bradshaw. So between those three guys, they ran for almost 2,500 yards. So we had a great running game going there. Yeah, I mean, the passing game was decent, but, in 2000, we didn't have Shockey anymore. Plexico Burress shot himself, and didn't have him anymore, But, I mean, in that era from 2005 to 2008, we had some good, solid weapons there. 2011, we still had Ahmad Bradshaw. We had Mario Manningham, Hakeem Nicks, we had Victor Cruz. But we had Jake Ballard as a tight end, But, I mean, I think, he said this might be the best. Gil Brandt said the Giant weapons pretty much as it's ever been the best. I mean, I think overall, all depth-wise, the amount of receivers we had two tight ends. We got obviously Saquon coming back. We got a little depth as running back, but I mean between Saquon and Ingram and Rudolph, the two tight ends, and all the wide receivers we got. Gil Brandt might be right. This might be the deepest that the Giants have ever been. And then he also said, this also means that this season here, is going to give the Giants a clear idea whether the 2019 first-round pick, is a franchise quarterback or not by the end of the season. He brought that up. But Gil Brandt did mention to say, and he said, for the record, I think the answer to that question is yes. Gil Brandt, thinks that Daniel Jones will be a franchise quarterback for the New York Giants. As I said, he's been doing this since 1955. 66 years he's been doing this for. He knows talent. He helped the Cowboys. I'm not saying he's helping the Giants, but he's just a senior analyst. He's a writer right now, a senior analyst for the NFL.com. But he knows talent. He knows what he's talking about. And if he says that Daniel Jones is going to be a franchise quarterback, I'm not going to argue with him. Well, as always, people, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there, and go Giants! Woo!